evening and welcome to tonight's Undaunted. Bringing into the news untold stories, I am Thabita Akor. Let's begin. A worker with PAMOL Plantations PLC was electrocuted while on duty in Mundemba on Thursday, May 7, 2026, in an incident that has renewed concerns over workplace safety standards in the Cameroon. The victim, identified as Hilary Nadiangi, reportedly came into contact with a high-tension cable while carrying out duties at the plantation. Witnesses said he died on the pole shortly after the electric shock. The incident occurred in Mundemba, located in Cameroon, southern Cameroon. And we see that colleagues and residents in southern Cameroon's Ambazonia gathered at the scene in shock as news of the death spread across the community. Some workers also raised concerns over difficult working conditions and irregular salary payments at the company. PAMOL Plantations PLC had not released an official statement as of first time, while local sources said investigations into the incident were ongoing. The latest fatality adds to a growing list of electrocution incidents recorded across southern Cameroon in recent years, further highlighting concerns about occupational safety and enforcement of protective measures for workers operating around electrical installations. Now we see that a similar case in August 2021 to NEO workers survived electrocution while repairing a power line in Bizingo, Dola. In December of the same year, a cable television technician died in Mutengene after coming into contact with an electricity line while working on a pole connection. Also in September 2020, an electrician and his assistant were electrocuted in Morocco during repairs on a faulty power line at a garage. Also, 3 inmates at Boya Central Prison also died from electrocution in November 2023 after a metallic canopy they were erecting touched a high-tension cable during preparations for a ceremony. Now, more recently, a university student on internship reportedly died from electrocution in Bambili this month. Now, also we see that labor observers say the repeated incidents point to persistent gaps in safety training, provision of protective equipment, and compliance with electrical safety regulations. Authorities had not confirmed by press time whether the Ministry of Labor or the Electricity Sector Regulator, Sahel, had opened an independent inquiry into the Mundemba incident. Now, away from that, let's see what's happening in Lebialem. In Lebialem, communities in Ambazonia continue to grapple with poor infrastructure and limited government presence in some areas, a daily challenge affecting mobility, trade, and access to essential services. In a non-widely circulated video, residents of a community in Lebialem are seen engaging in manual labor to repair and improve sections of their road network to ease the movement of people and vehicles.
Yeah, where's Mr. Sang? Got my bank of me. Okay.
The initiative reflects a growing trend of community-led interventions across the region, where locals often resort to collective efforts to address deteriorating road conditions, particularly in rural and hard-to-reach areas. While authorities have in some cases acknowledged ongoing road rehabilitation plans, many communities continue to rely on self-organized labor to keep routes passable, especially during rainy season when roads become severely damaged. Now we see that the latest video from Lebialem adds to a growing body of evidence showing residents taking development into their own hands amid long-standing concerns over infrastructure gaps in Amazonia. Now let's see what's trending around the globe. In Morocco, nearly 5,000 troops from Morocco, the United States, and about 40 other countries are taking part in large-scale military exercise at Cap Dra near Tantan in southern Morocco as part of the 22nd edition of the African Lion 2026 drills. The annual exercise features coordinated land, air, and naval operations, including tank fire, helicopter missions, and bomber flight. The training is aimed at strengthening joint military readiness and improving responses to security threats across the Sahel region, where extremist violence and instability remain persistent concerns. Now, according to the United States Africa Command, this year's exercises place strong emphasis on modern warfare capabilities, including the integration of artificial intelligence, robotics, and advanced digital systems into military operations. Officials say the drills reflect evolving battlefield demands and the need for partner forces to adapt to new technologies in counterterrorism and regional security operations. African Lion, which has been conducted in Morocco for more than 2 decades, remains one of the largest multinational military exercises on the African continent, bringing together allied forces to enhance interoperability and strategic coordination. Also, still in Africa, let's see what is happening in DRC. Opposition figure Martin Fayulu has accused Democratic Republic of Congo's President Felix Tshisekedi of seeking to remain in power beyond the constitutional 2-term limit, warning of effort to weaken democratic safeguards ahead of the 2028 elections. Tshisekedi, who has been in office since 2019, is expected to step down in 2028 in line with the constitution, which prohibits more than 2 presidential terms. However, recent political debate has emerged over proposals that could allow constitutional revisions under exceptional circumstances. Fayulu, who also contested the disputed 2018 and 2023 presidential elections, alleged that the president's recent remarks and political developments suggest an intention to extend his rule. He described the ongoing discussions around constitutional change as a strategy to entrench power. His comment followed Tshisekedi's statement that he has not sought a 3rd term, while also indicating he could consider remaining in office if supported by the public. The president has also raised the possibility of postponing the 2028 elections if insecurity in eastern DRC Congo persists, where armed groups, including the Rwanda-backed M23 rebels, continue to operate. A proposed legislative amendment currently under consideration in Parliament seeks to allow constitutional revision in cases of major institutional paralysis following a referendum. Critics, including Fayulu, argue that the proposal could open the door to weakening term limit. The Eastern conflict remains a major political issue despite a December agreement between the DRC's and Congo's Rwanda aimed at easing tensions, an accord that has yet to halt ongoing clashes in the mineral-rich region. Fayulu also has dismissed claims linking governance reforms to external pressure, insisting that sovereignty rests with the Congolese people and vowing to resist any move that could enable a 3rd presidential term. Now, this is development coming right from the home front and around the globe. Thank you for joining and staying with us.